Hello and welcome to the On Your Head Son podcast. England are in the final.
Yeah!
Yes, go on, Spain! Viva la España! Come on!
Why are you wearing a Spain shirt, Matt?
Got to support the other team as well. We've got to have an unbiased podcast opinion here because we're for everyone.
We are not unbiased. It's coming home. Come
It's
on,
coming
England.
home.
Matt, it's a shambles there. Absolute shambles in the Spain shirt.
Sorry.
It's
But it's got to
fine.
be done. It's got to be done. But it is coming home. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
It's
matter
coming home.
anyway.
Mine's in the wash, so it's all right. That's why.
It definitely is coming home. Andy, being in the final, how does that make you feel?
I am elated. How are we? I mean, I believed them the whole time, but how are we actually there? It's incredible. We're coming up against Spain, who played fantastically, won all their games, but it doesn't matter. We're on equal playing terms, and we're going to win it. Come on, England.
Absolutely, I agree. Our last podcast was entitled "How Are We Here?" I do not know how we got to the semi-finals. I do know that I believe we deserve to win the semi-final. And we'll talk about that in a second. But before that, we'll talk a little bit more on emotions. Matt, describe your emotions when Ollie Watkins scored.
Elated, absolutely elated. His face was the brightest thing I've ever seen in my life. I loved it. It was a sense of shock. It was just like a dream come true for him, and he just established it all in literally only playing 10 minutes, if that. Can't remember when he came on, maybe 75th, 15 minutes or something. And it was brilliant. It was just like you see the outpour and just everyone gathering around him. Ramsdale was the first one round him. It was brilliant. I loved it. And Kane then also supporting him. Loved it.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Like, I think that his face was like even more like emotion provoking than Saka's like smiling and like after scoring the penalty. Like he was just in complete shock. He's like, I've actually done this. I've actually achieved what I wanted to do in life, which is score for England in a tournament.
Yeah,
getting through to the final, it was incredible.
Yeah, you could see that disbelief in his face, just running over to the side, not knowing where to go. Everyone crowding around him. Oh, it was beautiful, magical.
Love Ollie Watkins. We've been backing him to start. We needed him to start. Come on, Ollie Watkins.
I didn't.
We love him. We love him indeed. As I mentioned, I do think that England deserved to win this game. I think over the course of the 90 minutes, we were the better team. We'll start with you, Matt. Did England actually do anything different this game?
Yes. They played forward with a lot more purpose, and you could see that particularly from Mainoo. I think Declan Rice has really struggled this tournament. I don't think he's had a good tournament at all, as you can see from the goal that he gave away really to Xavi Simons. Brilliant finish, by the way. But yeah, Mainoo was just playing forward all the time. Phil Foden was absolutely unbelievable that first half. Second half, he still created a brilliant chance, really. Walker was obviously just offside for Saka's goal. But Phil Foden and Kobbie Mainoo really just playing through the lines was really, really, really good, you got to say. And even the centre-backs as well, pushing that ball through, it was pretty efficient. But second half, when Netherlands actually changed their tactics, Southgate didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do for a very long time. And actually Netherlands, to be honest, for half an hour, until Cole Palmer and Ollie Watkins came on, were a better team in the second half for half an hour. But having said that, we still should have won.
Yeah, overall, I think we still should have won. Like, I would actually argue, I don't think that we actually changed the formation at all. All I think that happened is we played for the first time this tournament, played against a team that weren't in a low block, which meant that there were gaps for people to play forward balls easy. And Phil Foden was able to use that space in between the midfield and the back four. 100%. What do you think, Andy? Do you think?
I was about to say about Phil Foden, like we've been like kind of on his back a lot this tournament.
Yeah.
Each of his individual games, but even without like kind of the chances he created or the chances like the shot on goal which hit the post, just him in between the midfield and defense, getting through to like those little spaces. I mean, he brought us up the pitch so much, and I agree. Like the low block, you can play against England with that and catch us on the counter. And I think they were a bit naive in the first half. They did well to get the goal, obviously, from Simons, but it was a mistake from us.
Yeah.
It felt like first half we were in control, and we could have got a couple more.
100%. I've got a question here, and I assume there's going to be a one-word answer to this. Was it a penalty?
Yes,
it was.
Yes, it was definitely. Definitely,
Good-
yeah.
good decision, referee. Good
You
decision.
can't put your foot that high. That is illegal. That's illegal.
That is illegal.
He could have died. He really could have died.
I think we all know that it wasn't a penalty. We got away with one. However, after Maradona's handball goal, after Lampard's goal that was
Sol Campbell,
allowed,
Sol Campbell, 2004.
Sol Campbell, we've had plenty of hurt. Maybe it is our time.
It's written in the stars. It's written in
The
the stars.
cards, they're in our favour, boys. They're in our favour.
Go on.
That links perfectly to what I'm going to say about being written in the stars. Do you think, and I'm going to ask Andy here, are England doing a Real Madrid-esque thing in the Champions League where Real Madrid don't play very well, but they have moments where they beat teams? Are England doing that? They're turning up at exactly the right time.
Listen, I love Southgate and I love England. I can't compare them to Real Madrid.
Sorry, can you
I wish I
compare?
could,
Can you
but I
compare
agree,
Southgate to Carlo Ancelotti? Is it Don Carlo or Don Gareth?
Well, Don Gareth, obviously, but I agree that we do have those individuals that can just create a game and like create those moments that win us these games. Because the tactics, I love Southgate. They've not particularly been there, but just seeing the likes of Bellingham, Kane, Foden, Saka, like kind of coming through, even Mainu as he's come in, we have these like proper stars
Conor
that
Gallagher.
just influence a game. I love it.
Conor Gallagher. That's you missed one name there. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, Conor Gallagher. He's the best player in the. Tell you
He
what,
is.
I know nothing. Southgate is just the GOAT.
He's a
I
genius.
doubt him, but we're here in a final again.
Matt, are you still enamored with? Well, are you enamored with Southgate?
I genuinely think we would have got to this final if everyone, the whole team, basically went down to breakfast and they went, "We'll pick whoever goes for the eggs first is manager for the day," and we
Who
would
actually
have still got to the final.
Who do you reckon would have got the eggs first?
Saka.
Really?
And
Well,
Johnny
he's super
Stones.
light,
Johnny
isn't he?
Stones.
I think that's Tom
Johnny
Heaton. Great
Tom
hands on him. He'd be straight on that eggs.
Tom Heaton. I mean, he's good for morale. You can see it was absolutely expert again from Southgate. So actually, maybe this was his thing. Does
No, I
Tom
think-
Heaton get a winners medal?
No, he does not.
I'll give him one.
No, I agree with what you were saying, though. Like, I think we've had a run that any manager in the world can navigate. We've had the easiest run ever. Netherlands, like, obviously, is the first big game. It's the first one I was actually excited for. And to be fair, we did show up. I think this team and this structure that Southgate's been building has been built to play against the big teams, and he's just assumed that we'll be able to get by against the crap teams, and we have got here, and now who knows?
It's coming home. It's coming home. It's as
it is
simple as
coming
that,
home.
James. It's as simple as that. But yeah, definitely a word on Netherlands. Netherlands were obviously played really well for half an hour in that second half. They were outplayed that first half, but Koeman's tactics completely changed to put Xavi Simons out wide and kind of put him into the middle and actually put him on Mainu or Rice. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
And completely changed the game. So I think Netherlands was slightly unlucky. I think this game had kind of extra time written all over it until main man Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins.
That's what we like.
Um,
The Villa boy.
Andy, what for you? What's the legacy of Netherlands in this tournament?
Legacy of Netherlands in this tournament. Koeman pissing off the fans, really. That's kind of what their legacy's been. I mean, they've done well to get here, but like us, they've had an easy side of the draw. Yeah,
For me,
not much.
The legacy, like you said about Koeman pissing off the fans, for me, it is the fans. I've been so excited. Like, we obviously met some when we were in Germany, but seeing the fan marches, the song, and I looked it up, and I was like listening to it yesterday. It's called Links Rex, where they go, Links, do, 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 Rex, do, 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 do,
That is good. I do love that.
That for me is like it's just the sea of orange. It's just fantastic. Quick side note here: why don't more clubs or countries play in orange? Why do Netherlands have a monopoly on the colour?
Shit colour.
Yeah.
Shit colour. They lose in semi-finals.
Not quite
Okay.
just white.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, think about it. Honestly, all clubs or countries are red, white, or blue normally, or stripes or a combination of them. There are so many colours. Why are they all the same colour?
Good chat, James. Good chat. England are the Euros final. Come on. Who cares what colour people are playing?
I want a purple shirt.
England are in the Euros final.
Where's the magenta? What's going on?
This is embarrassing.
Okay, moving on to two of the primary colours that I did just speak about. The first semi-final was absolutely fantastic. Spain versus France. The first 25 minutes of that, like wow, awesome! It was incredible. I know that Matt was driving at the time, so he didn't catch the most exciting half an hour of the entire tournament.
Yes, I missed the first 60 minutes. Last half an hour was brilliant, man. Last half an hour, nothing fucking happened until Mbappe.
Yeah, we'll get onto that in a second, but I want to talk about Spain first. And I basically just got 4 questions. Andy,
Yeah.
how good is Spain's movement?
Oh, it is sexy. Like we were talking about before, how you said that France would kind of come onto they drop back and Spain would open up for the counter attack.
Yeah.
And they tore that. I mean, they were really good at creating spaces in behind France.
Yeah.
Like the centre backs were moving all over the shop because of Morata's movement as well.
Yeah.
Just they look so, and Yamal. I still can't believe that Yamal. Like,
And on that subject, Andy, how good was Lamine Yamal's goal?
oh, incredible! I have no idea how he's done that.
nasty.
He's 16. His mum still buys his trousers. 16. But I honestly incredible for him.
And I don't know if I've already said this in this podcast, but he is less than half my age. Ooh, that's depressing, isn't it?
Yeah, you old.
Right, so we mentioned, Yamal was fantastic. God knows how Trippier or Shaw was going to deal with him. But going back to the game, Matt, how good was Dani Olmo's goal?
Well, I mean, Dani Olmo altogether has actually changed the Spain team. I think Pedri being injured, I think, has actually helped him because he's just a willing runner that's going forward. He's almost like kind of just their Conor Gallagher, let's say. But a lot better. A lot better.
He is what Phil Foden should be.
I'm joking, but he's unreal. Like his whole movement. He's one of those players, obviously, coming to his prime later than others. He's 28, 29, I think now.
Yeah.
And you can just see his movement around the box is second to none. It's just coming late. It's Frank Lampard-esque. It's brilliant. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, the goal was the 2 touches to set up. I actually think it was an own goal. I don't think it was going in. But let's give it to him because the 2 touches were just outstanding. You just there's no right to score from the position that he picks the ball up in.
It was nasty. It was nasty.
That touch was nasty indeed. And then I've got one more note on Spain, and I'm going to ask myself it's how good Rodri and Fabian Ruiz are in the midfield. They are excellent. They control the play completely. As I've said once, Rodri is the best player in the world ever. I said that. I'll stand by it. He is immense.
Ollie Watkins, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Sorry, you are right.
James, you're an idiot. James, you're an idiot.
Sorry, Ollie Watkins. But no, Rodri and Fabian Ruiz together in that midfield were outstanding. One thing I do have to say, though, despite that, people are eulogizing about how amazing Spain were and how bad France were. However, France did have chances to equalize. They had the big Mbappe chance. They had the Theo Hernandez chance. Like, we could be here talking about a Deschamps masterclass against Spain. We really, really could win. So, what do you guys think? Do you guys see that differently?
No, I don't at all. I actually think France, based on the chances they all created, France deserved to win this match.
If you look at the XG, they had more than double XG of
and shots on target. I think it was I think France were pretty efficient. Just their finishing lacked a lot. I mean, Dembele played unbelievable. He's probably one of the best I've seen him. Even his final ball was actually all right this time, and that doesn't usually happen.
Did you hear the commentator say he has scored once for France, and that was in a 14-0 win against Gibraltar?
I know. How bad's that? It's ridiculous.
That's mental.
But like the minute Giroud came on, you
killed it, right?
Yeah, it completely killed the momentum, which isn't usually like that. But because they were playing on the counter attack, I don't understand why you'd bring on. Obviously, he scored a lot for France, and he's been I think he's still their record goal scorer. Maybe Mbappe's about to overtake him, but yeah. So I think France should have won this match. Still, even though Spain were quite clearly the better team to watch.
Yeah, but I think that France were lacking the cutting edge before against Portugal as well. Like if you look at their chance, I get bringing on Giroud. That makes sense to me because I mean, although it might have slowed the play down, going out to the 90th minute, in these games you do just lob it in the box in the last couple of minutes, and you do need that kind of that talisman to nod it in the back of the net. And it was unlucky, obviously, but
it's been the story of the whole tournament, really, isn't it? Because I remember watching the Netherlands game, and they had so many chances to win that game, and like even Austria, they should have like put them to the sword. They won 1-0 with an own goal.
Yeah.
That's really been France's problem, right? Finishing,
just scoring. But I think it's also from their midfield. The midfield's been there's just 3 number 6s really that have been playing. Like Griezmann's been playing on a wing mainly. He played, I think, in centre mid the first game and created quite a bit. But they've been playing 3 number 6s, and yes, Kante's unreal, Camavinga's unreal, Tchouameni's unreal, Rabiot's still unreal. Like all of them, to be honest, are really good players, but they're not offering loads. And even Mbappe said it in an interview, like it's not like when I played Pogba and I could just run and I just knew someone was finding me or something like that.
Yeah.
Which you could tell, I think, from this.
There's no creativity. It's the work. It's like the Liverpool style midfield, wasn't it? Of like Henderson, Wijnaldum, and Fabinho.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just one more question on France. Like, I guess this probably is the legacy, really. Like the legacy is Mbappe's broken nose, right? And just being a bit boring and not getting over the line. Why do you think Andy Mbappe didn't fire?
I don't know. Like, kind of, they were talking about his record at Euros before, and it's not great, is it? I don't think he's had like kind of prolific like Euros campaigns in the past. But honestly, like Matt said, I think it is those 3 midfielders, those 3 number 6s. Like, I mean, he's used to these midfielders like kind of finding him for these runs over the top, and also just supporting him and being an outlet so he can make those 1-2s and runs in behind. But yeah, I just think he lacked the support going forward.
Yeah, France's legacy, broken nose.
Au revoir.
Au revoir, mon ami. Au revoir.
Absolutely. And now we're going to talk about
the final,
the big one. Come on.
Come on, let's go. It's coming
8
home.
p.m. in the UK, 9 p.m. in German time. England versus Spain to win Euro 2024. We will talk about predictions in a second. But first of all, let's talk about whether we think... Well, first of all, there's going to be no changes to the system. They're not. We know that. But I will say to Andy first, do you think there should be any personnel changes against Spain?
No. Honestly, it's worked this far. Why change a winning formula? Or a drawing formula? But there's no need to change it now. He's stuck to his guns throughout all the criticism, and he's going to stick to it again. The 4-3-3. Maybe Luke Shaw instead of Trippier. That's the only one I could kind of get behind a little, but we have to wait and see.
How about you, Matt? What would you change from Don Gareth's choices so far?
Ollie Watkins. Well, to be honest, I think we're suited to play Spain. I really do think we're suited to play Spain on the counter. I think we can, particularly actually with a box midfield we're doing, could actually shut. If we put Rodri and Fabian Ruiz on whoever it is, Foden and Bellingham, I think we can. I think we've actually got a decent chance there to shut them down for quite a bit of the game. Obviously, they'll still get space and everything because they're unbelievable players. But yeah, it's going to be a good game. And yeah, but I wouldn't change anything. I'd keep Trippier as well. I actually think Trippier looked better than Shaw when he came on.
I actually tend to agree with that. So what was frustrating in the first half is that we created all these space, and there was such a chasm of space on the left wing, and it was obvious. And Luke Shaw could have exploited that, but then when he came on, we never got that space again. I don't know whether that was just.
I think it was tactical.
Playing worse. Maybe it was tactical.
I think it was tactical from Netherlands shutting us down. We didn't play as well, so I think maybe if Shaw was there, but even so, I think Trippier's not done anything to warrant being dropped whatsoever this tournament.
And the thing is, I feel like you'd rather have Kieran Trippier up against Lamine Yamal.
I think so. I would.
He's going to be cutting in on that left foot, so it kind of makes sense to have that right footer.
I would definitely. Yeah. But if we're playing 3 at the back, it's going to be Yamal against Marc Guéhi. And I love that. And I love that.
You to me are everything.
Sing the
Sing a
sweetest
song that I can sing. Margate.
What a song.
Love that.
Brilliant. Well, actually, you were. I was going to ask a question about Spain and what you think for them. And a question that I've got, Matt already answered here, I think. So, would you pick Dani Olmo or Pedri?
Olmo.
I
Makes
agree
sense.
completely.
Olmo.
I think he's been superb since he's come into the team. Right. Tactical question. Where will the final be won and lost? Andy.
It's the midfield battle. It's the midfield battle. I think it's if we can kind of close in on Rodri and stop him just controlling this game, like kind of just keeping Spain in possession and dominating, because they will have that, but we need to be on him as much as we can to stop him influencing the game. So
Yeah.
I think it's our attacking midfield and their CDM. That's where the game's going to be won and lost.
Tend to agree with that. I think obviously the obvious ones are the wingers against Walker and Trippier or Gahey. Really, that's the other obvious one. But I think if you shut down that centre midfield, then I really do think that obviously we're speaking so defensively here from England. Really, we should be talking about us going forward, about where the game's going to be won. But obviously,
I really back our right-hand side. I think that we can do. I think that Walker can hold Nico Williams, and I believe that Saka has. Who actually plays left back for Spain?
I'm actually not too sure. To be
The fact that I don't know suggests that I don't think they're fantastic. Someone Google it while
Cucurella.
Cucurella, of course.
Yeah, I think that Saka can absolutely go at Cucurella.
Well, he's had a great tournament.
I think the right-hand side's fine. I think the left-hand side, given that we're playing this box midfielder, not a real left midfielder, I think that Danny Carvajal can come and overlap with Lamine Yamal and create a 2-on-1 against Kieran Trippier. That's where Spain have the damage. I think if England win, it's because of our right-hand side, and if Spain win, it'll be because of their right-hand side.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. I think also we're the better team on paper, so we're going to win. That's all that matters. And I think Harry Kane has done an absolutely expert job this tournament. I think people have obviously got on his back, but I'd still play him. I'd still back him every day, because all you need there is one chance. And if you've got Foden running off him like you did the other day, then I can really see a lot of damage.
I think you've got to start Kane. I understand, obviously, Watkins came in and changed the game. He stretched the defenders, and it was a great substitution. It turned out to be. But, I mean, you have to start Kane in these games.
I agree. I think Kane will start, and I think he should start. And he's one goal away from getting the Golden Boot.
I know. Imagine this has been such a low scoring tournament. It's unbelievable.
Which is crazy.
James, how are you celebrating?
How am I going to say? Well, I haven't said that we're going to win yet.
Oh, okay.
Surely we'll do predictions first, right?
Oh, it's a good point, actually. Yeah. Well, we all know what's going to happen.
I think that England will win, and I think we will win in normal time. Do I? Yes, I do. I think it will be a very similar game to what we just saw just then. I think it will be 2-1 to England. I really do. Andy, what are you going for?
I've changed my mind last minute now. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm gonna go with 3-2 England.
I was thinking that.
It's gonna be
I was thinking 3-2.
Yeah.
Extra time or normal time?
Oh, extra time. Yeah. Belly goal, and extra time.
Shushes all the Real Madrid players.
Who else?
Yeah,
Who
exactly.
else?
What you going for,
to be honest, 3-2. That was mine, but I'm instead going to go 3-1 extra time. 3-1 extra time. We're going to score 2 goals in extra time.
We're going to score 2 in extra. If we go ahead, we're not going to score another.
We're hitting them on the counter. It'll be 120. We'll score in like
Ivan Toney.
And then no.
Ivan Toney will be on in the 120th minute.
He will, of course. Actually, yeah.
And he'll score.
And I mean, if it's pens, I back us all day.
Absolutely.
All day.
Touch wood.
So to answer you, how I will celebrate when any of these results come in, I will grant the whole of the UK a bank holiday on Monday, and I will rip off my shirt and I'll be running around Clapham in London like this for hours and hours and hours. I just won't stop.
Yeah.
How are you going to celebrate, Andy?
I will be buzzing off my tits. I have no idea what I'm going to do. I think the next day I'll sit and contemplate and be peaceful with life, and it's good. It would be a beautiful moment.
It will be a lovely moment. You sound very spiritual about it.
I feel spiritual.
Matt, how are you going to celebrate?
I honestly, I don't know. I don't know the emotions I'm gonna feel. Like, obviously, we were lucky enough to go to the last Euros final where they lost on penalties, and that was obviously super sad. But I mean, I didn't know how I was going to celebrate then. I didn't know how to feel when Luke Shaw's goal went in and everything. So I'm just hoping, praying that it's going to be a decent result. But yeah, no idea. We're in a bar in Clapham, so come on.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's sure is that England will win, surely. And that leads us beautifully onto Andy's feature for the tournament. Andy, take it away.
Thank you. The world has been calling back for this feature, and I just want to know one thing: who's bringing it home?
Ollie Watkins.
Ollie Watkins, Matt.
Watkins all day. Watkins all day. Come on.
I'm afraid you're both wrong. It's Harry Kane. Yes, getting the golden boot. It's gonna come. Can it come home? It's coming home. Come on, England.
We can't believe it.
Andy, can I just say that was a very un-Kane-like celebration. Kane's more like, yeah.
Right, so I do the Harry Kane. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
What a way to end this podcast. We will be recording, obviously, on the day. Cannot wait. Anyway, I can't wrap this up. I'm so excited. Just remember, everyone, that it is still on your head, son.
Not off your head.
Son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, lads.